What's going on, everybody? One Piece chapter 1027 is out. Before we get started, go ahead and drop a like on the video and make sure to subscribe, and let's get straight into it. So we pick up where we left off in the last chapter. Neku has finished off Perospero and he's laid out on the floor. He's reverted back to his normal form and he's talking to Wanda saying, we don't know what happened, but the clouds split. And because of the cloud splitting, the moon was revealed. And because the moon was revealed, we can turn into our Sulong form. What they don't know what actually happened was that the clash between Luffy and Kaido with the Conqueror's Haki actually is what split the skies, causing them to be able to actually see the moon. Meanwhile, Yamato and Momonosuke both getting a front row seat of what's going on. You know, Yamato recalls reading Oden's logbook, and clearly in his logbook, he wrote that the clash between Roger and Whitebeard split the skies, and that's what she's being able to witness firsthand. Then Yamato sort of notices she's bleeding above her right eye. So Kaido's Thunder Bagua, it actually did take a lot more effect than maybe she was hoping. And we knew this was going to happen, right? I don't think anybody expected Yamato to actually be able to beat Kaido. Just the fact that she was able to hold her own with him for such a long time was already impressive. So Luffy steps in and he's like, you know what? It's cool, Yamato. Go ahead and help Momo out. Help the sniveling snake, I believe is what it said in this translation. And, you know, it gives us a funny moment because Luffy and Momo, they're still kind of having the little petty argument, even though they're in the battle with Kaido right now. Momo's like, who are you calling sniveling snake? And Luffy's like, I can't believe you're still acting like this. So it's One Piece. You got to have those comedic moments in there. So, following an order from her captain, see what I did there? Yamato hops on Momonosuke's back and she's like, all right, Momo, let's go try to stop Onigashima. And Kaido gets in the way. He's like, dude, what are you doing? I'm not just gonna let you guys walk out of here. Yamato, no, we still got a score to settle. And Momonosuke, you're not going anywhere. So he goes to attack Momonosuke. Yamato is able to block it. She remembers Kinoman's last words to her, which is take Momonosuke and get out of here. You know, he's charged her with that task, so she knows what she has to do and she has to protect Momonosuke. As Oden would do, she has to be able to do that. Then Luffy grabs Kaido around the neck with his legs and is like, where are you going? The fight is here. And Yamato gives Luffy a grin and she's like, I know what's going on here. You really want it all for yourself. And Luffy's like, of course I want them all for myself. I'm gonna be the Pirate King. And it says everything in the smile. Luffy wants to be the Pirate King, and in order to be able to do that, he has to take Kaido on in a one-on-one. They're splitting the heavens. Luffy knows what's up, so he wants this one with Kaido. He wants his one. So we cut to a scene where Yama and Momo are now hurling out of the sky, I'm sure, at the ocean. And Momo thinks this is the end. He doesn't know what he's gonna do. But of course, Yamato is now Momonosuke's coach. Momonosuke has proven that he needs coaching through this. He's willing to do the job, but he needs coaching. So Yamato is now his coach. And she tells him, dragons don't really fly. You kind of just grab the air. You know, that's how they create their flame clouds. They just grab onto the air and they dash through it. And what do you know, right as Onigashima starts to fall apart, Momo's able to do it. You know, he makes a mad dash away from the island and we get a wide view of Momo flying or dashing through the sky using the flame clouds and getting a overall scope of what Onigashima looks like in the air. So they're able to clearly see the task at hand. And at this point, Yamato notices Onigashima's actually falling apart. And the reason it's falling apart is because Kaido's cloud flames, they're actually unstable. He's been through a bunch of battles thus far, and of course he's tanked a lot of blows from Luffy, Kid, Zoro, and Law. And while that's been impressive, of course, doing all that while being able to sustain the flame clouds, that's a little bit different. So the flame clouds are a little unstable and Onigashima is starting to fall, it's starting to crack. So they come to the big realization that they have to do something fast. The flower capital's right there, it's like 5 minutes away, and it's already Kaido's plan to drop Onigashima on the flower capital, but it'll be even worse if Kaido loses control and the entire island just falls from the sky. That way, nobody survives. And Yamato notes that Onigashima is actually where Kaido stores all his weapons and his gunpowder. So it falling to the earth would be like a giant bomb. I imagine it would be like a nuke in this sense, right? And that's definitely would be the worst case scenario. You don't want Kaido to lose control and the island just fall. So we're gonna have to be able to take this island out of the air safely. So Yamato turns to Momonosuke and she's like, listen, you've got to take control of the situation. You've got to use your flame clouds and you've got to hold Onigashima up and keep it from falling to the capital. And at this point, Momonosuke experiences self-doubt. It's been his biggest issue thus far since he's been introduced into the story. He's trying to live in his father's shadow, and honestly, all of Wano is going to be the story of how Momonosuke becomes his own ruler and gets out of his father's shadow. So he experiences self-doubt, and he's like, well, I don't want to allow Onigashima to fall to the capital, but at the same time, Kaido's the one that's holding it up, and I'm not as strong as him. I don't even know if I can use flame clouds properly in order to be able to take over this task. So he comes to the conclusion that, you know, we've got to stop Luffy. We've got to stop Luffy from fighting Kaido so Kaido can continue floating this island and get everybody down safely. And Yamato's like, dude, are you crazy? No. She hits him upside the head and she's like, Luffy just threw himself in the way. He put himself on the line for you because he trusted in you. So whatever we're gonna do, we're gonna figure out how to stop this island and keep not only Kaido from putting it on top of the capital, but we're gonna keep Kaido from losing control of it, and we're gonna take control of the situation ourselves. So she has to restore Momo's confidence in him. So from here, we cut to the live floor, and the battle between King and Zoro is well underway. King seems to be going to work on Zoro at the moment, but you know, it's only a matter of time before the Dark King Zoro gets back in this, put some respect on his name. But he does send Zoro flying a couple of times. He even sends him flying into Frankie. It looks like King can use his wings, kind of like he did when he knocked Big Mom's ship down the waterfall when she was trying to get into Wano. King can use his wings as swords. So in his hybrid form, he's fighting Zoro with his wings. His wings kind of look like, resemble a scythe of some sort. And he's knocking Zoro around. He knocks him, he sends him flying into Frankie. And Frankie's like, whoa, bro, do you need help? I can help you. I'm here. My battle's over. And Zoro's like, nah, I'm good. I'm just checking him out. Because Zoro is the GOAT. At this point, Queen turns around and is like, yo, King, what are you doing? You almost hit my backside. You need to chill out with all these attacks. You need to aim better. You're doing aimless attacks. And King's like, well, yeah, it's a pity I didn't split your throat. You know, King has very dark, like, humor, but it's funny to see the relationship between these two. Like, it's really hilarious. But anyways, we see in this next panel that they've actually been going at it for a while because people are starting to notice that King's mask is actually cracked. His Gimp mask or whatever it is that he's got going on, it's starting to crack a bit and they're starting to see what's underneath, and nobody's ever actually seen King's face. So that's a big deal. So Frankie's like, yeah, dude, no wonder he's pissed. Nobody's ever seen his face. You cracked his mask. And King launches at them. And Zoro's like, all right, bro, I need you to step back. So King comes flying in. He attacks him with Tank Udon. And Zoro counters with Divine Red Bow Tiger Hunt. And they both go flying. But King is able to recover first, and he attacks Zoro again. He goes right back in, and Zoro's like, damn, like I just attacked you and I'm in midair and I can't even counter. So King hits him, it looks like through the building, and Zoro's starting to fall. but he uses his swords to create like a Claire blast or a Claire lance, and he's able to grab on to the edge of the building. And at this point, Zoro, you know, he just got back to safety, but he's a little pissed off because King is a swordsman and he's not even using his swords to try to attack Zoro. So Zoro lets him know, if you're gonna attack me and you're gonna try to kill me, at least use your sword. You know, Zoro's all about swordsman respect and these kinds of things. So at least use your sword. Draw your sword and we can do this right. And King responds, yo, I could say the same thing for you. And we get this crazy, menacing glare from King as his mask is starting to crack. And we see he's got like white hair and fair skin and like maybe it looks like a ponytail of some sort. It's definitely raising the hair on my skin just looking at it. It looks so cool. I'm super excited for the next chapter. Let me know what you guys think. This was an action-packed chapter, you guys. Oda is not letting his foot off the gas pedal, and he's giving us action after action after action, and you got to love it. When Oda does these battle sequences, he really does a good job. But let me know what you guys think. Go ahead and drop a like on the video. Remember to subscribe. Leave a comment down below on what you thought about the chapter. I'm gonna give this chapter a 7 out of 10, the same thing as I did last week, only because we're not getting any story progression at this point. We're kind of just in the middle of a battle, which is cool. It's still very good. I don't have any issues with that. There's no break next week, so we're right back into it, and it seems like we're gonna be getting the Sanji and Zoro battles at the forefront right now since Jack is gone. Now we've really just got King and Queen to deal with, so we're gonna get those, and of course we're gonna get the conclusion of those before we get the conclusion of Luffy and Kaido, which is the main event of Wano, of course. So last but not least, remember to drop a like, subscribe, and I will catch you guys next time.